So the most recent Jedi Survivor update gave the game a performance boost, but how does it play on the Ally? That's what we need to find out. To begin with, we're playing the game at 1080p and at the medium settings. We'll be with that. And no RT, of course. So beforehand, our main issue was this area here. The game would stutter and freeze all the time. And so far, yeah, the game is freezing and stuttering at 20 FPS. So not really an issue for now, but once we get FSR going, or I guess a lower resolution going, we'll come back here again and see how it does with the playable frame rate. Because right now, again, 20 FPS, it's not so great. And on the map, around 17, 16, which is funny because on the RTX 4060, I was getting 20 FPS here. So yeah, it's just messy really. I'm not sure if you guys have kept up with the PS5 Pro drama, but Sony is trying to sell a console with no disk drive and no stand for 700 USD, which in my area would be like 1,200 or 1,300, which is insane. You can get a good PC for that. And that's what everyone says normally, but I am starting to see a couple of people say, oh, the ROG Ally is 700 bucks, the Steam Deck OLED 700 bucks, and nobody's crying about that, which is, it makes no sense. I can't tell if they're just bots or if they're just paid by Sony or something and people are just falling for it as like a rage bait, but it really isn't it, you know? A PC can do way more. It's open, you know, you can do whatever you want, install whatever games you want on it. And on the PS5, you're stuck on, I guess, their software. If you get banned, it's a brick, can't go online anymore. You gotta pay for online as well for like 6 years, at least $10 a month for 6 years plus. It all adds up. And then the controller will get stick drift, like you hear it all the time on PS5 consoles. I think Sony will pull like an Apple here, where slowly they'll take away more and more from the box. Like, you know, at first it was this drive, the stand, and then probably the controllers next. Maybe the cable, the HDMI cable. They will just slowly pull it out of the box, you know? But yeah, guys, in this area, we're sitting at 20 FPS. In the fighting scenes, it falls down to like 16 and 15 with stutters. I think it's a great start, to be honest. But with FSR active, it will do far, far better. So let's back out and try it again. Alright, let's go FSR 2. Man, so far, it feels the same. 20 FPS here. And just in case, let's go into the settings again one more time. And yeah, FSR 2 is active. And the GPU maxed out. Oh. Same issue as before. The game does freeze. Yeah, this game will need the Ally X most likely. It's VRAM hungry. It's RAM hungry. I think on the 4060 I was using around 24 gigs of RAM and around 7.9 gigs, maybe 7.5 gigs of VRAM. And obviously on the 4060 we only have 8 gigs in total, so it was being fully utilized. But that was at the max settings. So yeah, I think the Ally X will do much better in this game. It's not a guarantee, again. I'm not sure. I haven't got the Ally X, but... Alright, let's pause it here, guys. Back down to 900p, 30 watts, and see how we go there. Because this is not it. This is awful. Oh, there it is. It crashed. Look at that. We're out of VRAM. Okay, I think the Ally actually crashed. It is. It's not responding. I do want to know if I've done a video on this with a GTX 1060, because that also has 6 gigs of VRAM. Now that's not really sharing it with the system, it's just its own thing. But on the Ally, it is shared between the system RAM and the VRAM. So, it'll be tougher obviously. Alright, over here guys, way better. 27, 28 now instead of 20, 22. Still though, a bottleneck is the GPU. It's being fully maxed out here. So, maybe 720p, 30 watts. We can get a stable 30 here. And for the graphics, it's unchanged. It is super sharp. It looks great. For the Ally, it makes no difference. If you're playing on a TV though, or a monitor, it will look worse at 900p. Back here again, and we are sitting at the mid 20s, the high 20s, and the low 20s. Quite inconsistent here, but does feel pretty playable so far, I would say. It isn't, again, not the most stable, but I think I'm fine playing like this. The main worry here is the game freezing and crashing. The stutters aren't too bad, and the performance and the FPS, I guess, is not bad either. So pretty good, I would say, actually. A massive improvement from before. Again, we had 20 FPS beforehand, and now we're holding the mid-20s far more often, and the game does feel far more playable as well. Please. But still, the game has crashed and frozen on me twice now, so that seems to be unchanged from before. 720p. Let's see how we go. Bad start, but going up here, we are sitting at 40 FPS and down into... I'm in the ground. I'm in the ground. Okay, it fixed itself. Perfect. 30 FPS. There we go. I mean, FPS wise, it is doing quite good now. Like 30 to 40. Again, the main issue is the game freezing and stuttering. Oh. Is it going to crash again? Please not. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, 30 FPS, guys, but the game will freeze and stutter as well. So pretty unchanged. But we have one more thing that we can do, and that's to play at the low settings. Let's back out and go to the main menu. Okay, low settings. There we go. And let's bring this down to performance, because why not? Try it again. Alright, back here one last time. Hoping for a stable frame rate with no freezes. And so far so good. It's the high 30s. The game looks pretty good. It's not too bad on the ally screen. 40 FPS here even. And the stutters have definitely calmed down. Look at that. I can feel some stutters here and there, but it's very minor now, so not too bad for me. Nope, I spoke too soon. It takes time, but it finally caught up to us. Perfect parry, let's go. Oh, he's getting destroyed. He attacked twice. He attacked twice in the entire fight. I'll keep playing until the game freezes. But so far, it's playing just fine in this area. I mean, that first area in the city is very intensive, but in most cases, you're playing on actual levels once you go past that section. You do come back to it twice or 3 times in the story, but the main game is on different planets that aren't as intensive. Alright. Oh no, not this guy again. And to be fair, the graphics aren't too bad, guys. It's softer than before, of course, but yeah, this is not too bad at all. I had a shortcut here this entire time. You can't make this up. To me, this is playable. This whole experience in this area is very much playable. The game does stutter, but again, it's very minor. And FPS-wise, way above 30. So for me, this is playable. But again, in the city hub, it did freeze and stutter like before. So keep that in mind. It isn't perfect. But at this point, this does look like it's good enough and plays nicely as well for the most part. So for me, this is good. Alright, we're going to go left here actually instead of right. There's a chest or a box that I put here. I mean, at this point, I've been playing for, what, 20 minutes? With no major freezes. So I think we should be fine for the most part. Again, it can happen, don't forget that. But, yeah. It seems to be fine for this level at least. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is Jedi Survivor in the ROG Ally. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Next video. See you guys there.